Check
All right.
1 2.
Good, good. Okay, so we're here with Lance Constantine, motivational speaker. And this is just some behind the scenes of, you know, the beginning of the I Am Revolution movement. And so what we got here, Lance?
So here we got. I'm focusing on 3 areas. The end result is this. I call it the global community. So right now, looking at 3 areas. We want to cover business. We want to cover community, and we want to cover events. All right. So what we want to do is document the journey. We believe that there's going to be like a huge explosion in our city, Toronto, Canada, and it will go worldwide. But we got to start first home at our community. So there are 4 things that we want to emphasize on. Speakers. We want to develop and cultivate speakers in the city. We want to do conferences and events, workshops and seminars, and then lastly marches. We want to have like this global social issue march that's highlighting issues that arise in our city. Different issues every year we will be tackling. For example, gun violence, um, abuse, physical abuse, verbal abuse. We just want to address certain things as young people that matter to us. So what I did is pretty cool. I made a list of all the different things that we'll be covering within this, and you're gonna love this because it's all like laid out.
Perfect.
It's all laid out. So number one, we want to focus on the movement.
So
We
what's the
believe
movement? Yeah, go ahead.
that this movement is a movement of positive change. It's a social movement of change. What that means is it's a generation that has a change mindset, and a mindset that's empowered to be the change that they want to see in the community. So we're raising up agents of change throughout our nation, throughout our communities, throughout our city, throughout the world. Like I said before, the second thing we want to cultivate is speakers. We're starting us on the business level. We're starting something called the Youth Speakers Agency. What that is, we're doing a motivational speaking school, and we have the speakers agency. So the speakers will come, get training, and after the training, they will sign up with the agency, and then we would deploy the speakers. And every speaker will be an expert in a specific area. The second thing that we want to look at is building our nation, giving our nation a national identity. We want to create a national identity. Canada, as we look at it right now, doesn't really have that core identity like we stand for this. There's room to create it, and that's what we hope to do, and what we will do through this movement, create that national identity. We also believe that we are history makers, that the steps that we're taking is not just going to be about us, but we're going to leave something behind for our children's children. So coming up with ideas, witty inventions, concepts, becoming trailblazers of our time. That's what this movement is about. We're also focused on the ecosystem, developing the natural side of things in the communities, like planting trees, building nest homes for birds, those things. We're also looking at different things like social issues, tackling different things that are happening in the community. We want to be a part of food banks, give back to food banks. We want to give back clothing to those that don't have clothing. We want to do initiatives in the community that really sow into other people in this movement. We also, another thing that we're looking at is humanitarian efforts, highlighting, because there's a lot of young people doing great things in the city. There's a lot of people, unsung heroes,
Definitely.
that don't get recognized for the good that they do. We look at communities like Rexdale, communities like Jane and Finch, where they have a reputation of negativity. But when you get to know the people and you go there for yourself, you realize that no, this place is not a place of negativity. It's a place of unsung heroes. There's a lot of young people giving back, but we got to be able to highlight these things. So the other day I just met with the city councilor of Ward 1. He covers the Rexdale area, and we are partnering together on some initiatives in the school and some like youth conferences coming up. And the purpose of our partnership is to highlight the excellence and the unsung heroes in these communities. So that's what we want to do through the movement, and things are really taking place. Like our team, the people that are on board, is just phenomenal. The mindset and the drive, the motivation behind this is so superb. So we look at different things like creating unity, social entrepreneurs. We want to be able to see the social entrepreneurship rise in our community. And what that is making big change while making big change. It's giving back, but also you're receiving. But we want to be able to cultivate a different mindset in entrepreneurship. Is showing the dual nature of not just making money, but also sowing back into the community. So we want to highlight that and teach people how to become social entrepreneurs. I've been a social entrepreneur since I was 19.
So give me an example. What when you say social entrepreneur? When I think of entrepreneur, I think of somebody that owns their own business. When I think of social, I think of you connecting with people.
Exactly.
Is that what it is?
So I own my own business and I connect with people as a motivational speaker. I define a social entrepreneur as someone that has a heart for the community, but also has service for the community, and they leverage both together. So as a motivational speaker, I give back to the community in that way. I provide programs, service, speeches. But school boards and governmental officials, they compensate what I do. But the portion that I make, I always make sure that I give a portion back to the community through projects and initiatives. And so that's my definition of a social entrepreneur. Having a business and having a heart for the community, merging the two together and making it happen, making a difference to someone's life. The movement will also be highlighting achievements in the city. Like I said before, we also want to create a network of people, like a huge body. Just picture this, a body of young people, young adults, all creeds, all walks of life, coming together with a mindset to change the world, to change the community. And we're putting things in place, taking steps, meeting together, doing weekly meetings to make this a reality, where we're taking it beyond just words and putting our words into action. Just picture that. Political figures meeting with students, creating ideas for community development and ways that they can develop their community, restore the community. Picture a group of people that have a vision to help families, to help homes, to restore communities. So that's really what this network of people are. We're gifted in different areas, we're talented in different areas, but on the whole, we have one collective vision.
That's awesome. So when I think of change, I know Obama spoke about change because he wanted that to sound like, a way to bring everybody together to say, okay, vote for me because you're voting for change. And change, as black people, we thought change meaning no longer a white man, but a black man running the country. But change, what you're talking about, change is such a big word.
Yeah.
So, okay, if I change my clothes, I'm wearing jeans now, I can change it to something different. That's a visual. So what's the visual behind the change that you're looking for? So, for example, if Malton looks like this right now, Okay, we were to look outside, and I can't really see. I'd have to take some molten shots. We're not talking. Are we talking, physical change, like what the community looks like? Are we talking, lack of, I don't know, guns on the street? What exactly are you thinking of?
The change that I'm speaking about, and change is multi-dimensional. There's many different ways to think of change, but the ultimate change that matters, that lasts, that is generational, is one thing. It's a change in the mindset.
Okay.
It's a mental change.
Okay. So what's wrong with the mindset of today? Can you define what that mindset is that you think that needs to change? What is it?
I think it's a lack of vision. It's a lack of vision. I think people are pulled in different directions in life, right? They're told to be this, they're told to become that, but that's not the true essence of who they truly are. And so that this movement is really about bringing people back into that alignment of the true essence of who they are, their true identity, which starts in the mindset of people. And there are different ways that we facilitate that mission or that vision to bring that change in the mindset. So to really see the exterior manifestation of that change, it starts internally. Right? And so that's how we can definitely see changes in our community and things like that. And then we also have projects that focus on external things. Like it's not just an internal manifestation, but we also have practical things in place. Like for example, giving back to the poor, speaking to kids, speaking to youth. Different projects, planting trees, right? Just helping our community develop and blossom for the next generation. So, so that's really
cool. All right. So do you want to define any more?